spark, we can give, we can hold, we can shine together. We can all just fall apart, we can live, we can love, yes, we can spark, we can give, we can hold, we can die together. The separation, the overlooked $1,000,000 violations. It's time to forget, to hit reset. It's how you're unforgetting about the presets. The whole up the back, burn up your last act. The picture hangs on a wall by a single tack. I live the life.
Impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
The Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show. With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
Breakaway.
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
That's right. We're all here together. All here in one big, happy family. Kind of. Some of us are happier than others. Some of us are utterly pissed off the amount of 3s or 9s they got. Okay, we'll talk about it in a bit, don't you worry. Welcome to Face Off Hockey Show after a giant Big Stand Invitational. Boy, howdy, was that fun. What?
That was a good time. I got to go get my beverage.
All right, get your beverage. Get your beverage. We got,
Yes, I won.
Yeah, Johnny won. Johnny's the big winner. After much maligned and
build up,
double checking, triple checking.
Well, I still won after count back.
Counted it all up here.
Yeah.
In the last game, last frame, last ball.
We checked to see if there were any hanging chads.
Literally, you couldn't get more drama, unless it was for your mama. Johnny P scoring a 98 in the last game at AMS Southwest in Linthicum.
Duckpin. Duckpin was the bane of my existence today.
92 for Mark. Going into it, Mark had a 5-pin lead, and as you can see, 98 minus 92 is 6 pins.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny winning it by uno pino.
By 1 pin.
And
we had gone into the day saying that the second place guy was going to pay the winner.
Oh yeah,
5 cents for every pin that he beat him by.
That's right.
So
yes, a big nickel.
Ceremonial nickel.
There's your nickel.
Thank you.
There are your winnings.
Tremendous.
Congratulations.
I'm not going to spend this all in one place.
You shouldn't.
That's bullshit.
I mean, if she's good,
That's true. We are going to Philly this weekend, so
she's worth at least a nickel.
you
Then
can get 5 of them. 5 good ones. But overall,
What a day.
what a day! It was a fun day. I enjoyed it thoroughly, even though I was just happy to be there. It was a heck of a day.
but you picked up the high round on duck pins.
I did pick up.
After all was said and done.
Yeah, we should just there will be some sabermetrics done.
Oh, you better believe it.
With all of the scoring, and I'm pretty sure you might have won the duck pin portion of the day.
I won 2 out of 3 games. I'm pretty sure I did.
So like total scoring, just the duck pins. I think you're in good shape there.
Yeah. I also think I won best velocity in a bowling tournament.
You did. You were clocked at over 20 miles per hour at one point.
That was on 10 pin too, and then duck pin. We just unleashed that first round. We unleashed it because we didn't understand.
Yeah, it was like
how light it was.
It was like being in the on deck circle with one of the a donut on your bat.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
duck pin was fun. And if you don't know what duck pin is, go to the YouTube page, and we've got a tutorial there. It also is on the
Facebook page
too as well.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff on the Facebook page.
There's
if you're just listening to this, on iTunes, and you haven't been to the Facebook page, there's plenty of play-by-play coverage of the Big Stand Invitation.
It is quite fantastic.
And it started at 9, bright and early, at 9:30 in the morning.
9:30, we went to Odington, and then we ended up, we finished, 6:30 in Linthicum? Just about? 7 o'clock close to?
Just about 6:30.
Yeah. So, put in a full work day.
Full days of work.
Yeah. Those first 4, getting to the Severna Park was just the bitch of it because of the fact that it was just so far apart from everything. literally the Glen Burnie bowling alleys were like within 5 miles of each other.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
alleys in 5
It was
miles.
fantastic. Didn't have to go very far. I mean, as far as warming up and cooling down was concerned, the first 3 to 4 bowling alleys of the day, it was tough to keep your. It was tough to keep your momentum. It was tough to stay warm. I feel like I had to stretch before every game.
Yeah, it was quite the task.
It was like cooling down and warming back up for everything. That's just not ideal.
And the funny thing is the fact that you have the entirety of not having your own ball, so you have to get used to different balls,
Yeah.
different
balls.
finger size.
Yeah, different hole sizes for your balls.
Hey, listen, let's not get too raunchy here. It's a family show.
Just talking about the bowling balls. I mean, I was sticking to the 12-pounders.
You were, and that was quite the
Yeah.
great task for you.
Yeah, the 12-pounders with the big holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I went with
Like a Ugandan.
I went with the 15-pounders with bigger holes.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
at least large, maybe extra large holes.
Yeah.
I went right in the middle, 14 pounds with medium holes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's good that they grade themselves out like that.
and then we went to when we went to the last or the surprise duck pin at Glen Burnie Bowl.
Surprise duck pin.
Surprise duck pin gets
Next
you every
to the
time.
Gold's Gym.
Surprise duck pin got you.
Ah, the
Got
surprise.
you.
That was what killed me.
that
and
was
that-
when I
even
picked
though-
up
and I
I
even-
picked up 25 pins
You
on
did.
that one.
And that lane was a son of a bitch too.
Yeah, that was flying all over the place.
Yeah.
Like as they are to do in duck pin
Yeah.
bowling.
It's true.
We also ran through a wide gamut of musical tastes throughout all of the.
It was quite like
That's
we
better.
we saw Mark pick it up when the oldies were playing
That's
because
right.
his shoes were
Oh,
fantastic.
my shoes! I should go grab those so I
Yeah.
can show.
There's
Well,
a
look,
picture.
If you're looking at us on YouTube right now, you've probably been to our Facebook page. Are we jumping around like that? Look at that. We're jumping. Sorry.
like Lou Bega.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
A little Monica in your
He's
life.
not dead.
Oh, well, listen, whatever.
His career might be dead.
might be. That was a hit in '98. I haven't heard from him
There's
since.
still a chance. There's still a chance.
Mambo number 5 just remixes, and he's just making his money off club.
It's just like porn movies. It's on Mambo number 38 by now.
Mambo in space.
The other fun thing
Mhm.
about this is that just the basic count that Mark had 9 counts. Where
Ah.
first ball he just got 9 pins, so
My
close
first,
to strikes.
First ball nines. What was I up to? 29?
29 over 9
29
pins. 9
first
alleys.
ball nines. That's insane.
Over 3
I mean,
a game.
If
It's a Big Stand Invitational record.
If
It is.
it is a record. I'm pretty proud of that record. But if just any of those would have wound up being strikes, I would have won.
Yeah, by like at least 10 pins.
At
Right.
least.
Well, no.
Well, no,
At least one pin. At least
Because
two
you were going to
pins.
throw a gutter ball.
Well,
yeah, that's true.
no.
10 plus a pickup.
10 plus whatever I pick up, which normally, hopefully, would have been a 1. I don't think I ever threw a first ball gutter ball. I don't think I ever did.
I threw several. I know that for a fact. Because I think
I'm
I
sure I threw some too.
Oh, I'll do a first ball gutter ball percentage.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
If you have any bowling sabermetric stats that we can do, send it into at
You know what?
FaceOff HCKY
Screw it,
show.
we're just going to make our own up.
That's okay. Never mind.
I think we should definitely go with the Joe Corby of stats.
The Joe Corby.
Joe
Yeah,
Corby.
obviously.
The Corby stats.
Yeah, we
Corby
make. You have to make your own. They just give you the stats, and then you put it together.
Oh no, I will, and I'll make sure that at the end of it there's a really good pie chart.
Yeah, as it
beautiful.
should be.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Definitely, there needs to be.
Oh, so that was a hell of a day, boys. And it was.
I would have to say that the number of alleys that were won was probably quite proportional amongst the three of us, though.
Yeah.
I'd say.
We'll check that out too. Please one.
At least, and I have to say, like during the day, we basically saw the upgrade in bowling physics in terms of scoring go up and down, and to the last one where you had to keep your own score.
Yeah, it is insane how the first bowling alley we went, but is it really all that insane? We went from Annapolis to Glen Burnie. I don't think it's that. When you think about the geography of the places that we went to, I'm not surprised that Annapolis had the more technologically advanced bowling alley.
Well, Crofton I think had the best because it had miles per hour.
Crofton
and it
didn't
also
have the miles per
and
hour.
Crofton
Plus
taunted,
they told us that was
taunted
going to
the
be the
shit
best
out of
one.
you too.
Yeah.
It honestly it played the dozens with you.
Mhm.
It was amazing.
Nobody got a turkey today.
No turkeys.
No turkeys today. No turkeys.
But there
handed out.
there were opportunities, and then the bowling alley told you didn't get a turkey.
Exactly, and that's when the Crofton Bowling Alley talked shit to you.
I think we all of our best games were at the Crofton Bowling Alley. It
Uh,
must have been because of the technology.
And I almost stole a ball from there. So
Yeah.
that's the best part.
It's true.
Lyle, have you ever stole a bowling ball?
Never.
Not even one of those dinky 5 pins?
I Didn't have the right bag, unfortunately. Didn't have the right bag.
Kid
But
show.
Not my
I
bag, baby.
I have the right glass.
Hey,
He got it.
It- Johnny, it arrived today.
That is
Great
awesome.
timing.
You should have seen them when I walked up. So I walk upstairs right before. I didn't tell anybody. I mean, the big reveal on the show. I didn't tell anybody that I got these glasses.
Well, you
Um,
told me ahead of time.
So
but
I sent Lyle an email that told him that there was a package coming. However, the email that Lyle sent back definitely seemed like he thought that I had gotten us T-shirts.
yes, it was
So
the way
I was like, okay, so Lyle thinks we're all getting T-shirts, but we're not getting T-shirts. So I come downstairs and I pick up some Mellow Yellows for the boys and bring them up in the Big Stand Invitational glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a good, I would say, close to 15 seconds. And then Scotty looks down at the glass and goes, "Oh, this is fucking awesome."
Yeah,
That is really cool.
I wouldn't have even noticed. and
Mark didn't
Scotty
even
pointed it
notice
out.
unless
No,
somebody.
and I still pointed at the glass, and you're just like, vodka? This is here.
What? Do I need ice? I don't understand.
He's going in the other room. This one over here? I don't know.
Yeah, they came out pretty well, didn't they, Lyle?
yes, they did, and they hold a full pint, and that's of course is a must. So
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
10 points for that.
beauty. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was first. I was like, I was all excited. I was like, oh, it's a T-shirt, and I open it up, and I see all this packaging. My first thought, geez, you really wrapped this thing up for a T-shirt because there was bubble wrap and there was newspapers wadded in. I'm like, okay, a little overkill here. And then I was like, oh.
And apparently Lyle missed the big fragile sign that was on the outside of the box, but outside of that,
He thought it
I was
Italian.
so excited. Yeah, Fragilio. I was just so excited to get this thing. I was like, fortunately I had the good common sense to at least open it on my kitchen counter,
Yeah.
so that I didn't like rip it open and smash and yeah. So I was like, oh, yeah, this is great. So I'm like, yes, I will have it on the show. So here we all are. I was with you in spirit and in spirits today,
you were
guys.
with us all day long, Lyle.
Yes.
Well, I was definitely following along on your adventures on Facebook, and the whole time feeling jealous as all hell. So, because I totally would have beaten your asses. Yes, you guys are all a bunch of bowling ass.
Well,
Yeah, who
I
am
don't know.
Seems either say
Who am I kidding? If I'd won one, I would have been doing.
Wow.
If I'd won one game, I would have been doing cartwheels on that. But congratulations to Johnny and Scotty. Nicely done on the World Cup style commentary.
I just tried to capture the spirit of the thing.
Yeah.
That was incredible. But yet, by one pin, Johnny. Well played, sir.
Amazing.
Really,
It was
we were
amazing.
keeping track the entire time. I don't think anybody pulled any farther than 30 pins away at any
Mm.
point during the day.
No, there was one point that Mark was like 30 pins away, and I'm like, oh god, this is over. And then the surprise duck pin got a hold of you,
Yeah,
and I pulled back 25 pins on that one round.
The eighth duck pin was by far my worst part
Uh-huh.
of all of the types of bowling that we did today.
Yeah.
All two.
All right. Now, Lyle, I'm going to come to the screen, and hopefully you see this. This is the theoretical one pin in the head.
He actually
And-
throws
He threw
balls at
6
that.
balls at the one pin at the end and still couldn't hit the goddamn thing.
One
And
pin.
just standing there. Oh, good gracious.
I feel
It wasn't meant
feel
to
like
be.
it actually came down to my shirt. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
I was more dressed up for the occasion, so
Dress for success is what they say.
Yeah.
more the
yeah,
shirt, more the
definitely.
shirt over your brother's shoes. Yes.
Yeah. Although I mean, he was rocking. He
They
was
were tremendous in
first
more
of all
tremendous in
rocking
person.
the hairy legs, and then the black socks
Well-
with the all white shoes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, that's what I would say. The combination of the shoes, the black socks, and the legs that definitely look like they needed Nair. Just totally blew me away. But I was just impressed with one of the comments about something that they were like grandpa shoes or something like that
Yeah.
that somebody had written there. That was, yeah. But the point was, were they comfortable? That's the
Oh,
important.
they were a dream. It's like it's floating on a pillow.
Yeah, I think that's the advantage you had is at least over Johnny in the first start.
Yeah.
The fact that it was Velcro and you didn't
I-
have to worry about lacing it
I
up.
loved
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
quick release. The only thing it was missing was one of those Reebok pumps on the front. That was it.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be able to pump them up and make sure they fit really snug,
Yeah.
But
other
Mark
than that,
fit
it
in
was great.
perfectly well whenever we had any of the oldies on.
That's true. Like his shoes got better as as
That's true.
Chubby Checker or
Chubby
the Four
Checker,
Tops.
yeah.
If only we would have written down what radio stations we were listening to, and then we could have
That's
worked
true.
them into the stats.
Could have worked them into the stat. That'll be next year.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we can think of
Mhm.
the songs.
Yeah.
Just go with the area.
Yeah, it's true.
And also the amount of times that people that were working at the bowling alleys looked at us and said, "You guys have been to 6 bowling alleys already today?"
They couldn't wrap their heads around this magnificent quest that you had set for
No,
yourself.
I was telling Mark and Scotty, like on the way home, it almost seemed like no one had ever done this before.
I wonder why.
Starting a trend.
Because it seemed outrageous.
There was only one bowling alley that we were the only people there, which I'm actually kind of surprised.
That
there was
is-
only one.
That is true.
And
Was that the last one when you had to go old school and actually write your scores down, or?
No, that was the
Oh,
third to last
that
one.
place
Ah.
is pumping? Which, if it tells you anything about how much people love retro bowling alleys,
It's that
Mm.
place.
that place.
It's
Yeah.
all the hipsters and their kids were there.
Yeah.
Pretty
Cool.
sure one of the kids was named Minolta.
That's how we learned how to do math so well.
Yeah. Well, that and we both have math teachers for
Well,
parents.
that works.
Everything I needed to learn about math, I learned in the bowling alley.
That's true.
The bad part was that we were all psyched because we were like, "Sweet, we're gonna get one of those like the clear pieces of paper that you
Mhm.
write on with the
Yeah.
pen that goes
Yeah.
up on the projector screen."
Nope.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
they hand us a pink piece of paper and a pencil.
And the best part about it, let's see if we can find it. on
Go
the
nuts,
piece of
kids.
paper. The best part about it, if you practice or reset extra times, you will be charged for extra frames. The computer keeps track of all games in extra frames.
Here's the problem. I went up to the front desk and said, "Hey, does the computer keep track of everything?" You're like, "No."
They don't have a
All right,
computer.
fine. Peace.
What computer? Is
What
it the
computer?
computer that printed this out for you? Because if so, that's a shitty computer.
And look at the back. The back of it's no better because it cut off like half the scoring system.
But how many people actually believe that when they read it? It's like, oh, wait a minute, guys, we gotta be careful. We can't go into extra frame. The computer keeps track.
Well, this is back when computers could kill you, like Terminator.
Yeah.
Lyle, Mark,
half of the
Mark,
bowling
Mark
alleys.
threw 2 frames worth and couldn't hit a pin. So I think we're fine. And we need
Computer systems with Commodore 64. Yeah, that's.
We did see a couple of those actually. I think we had an Apple IIe at one
We did.
point.
yeah, that Glen Birdie Bowl, the next to last one was.
Yeah.
I gotta tell, I was so envious. Though.
And then there was the one bowling alley we went to where they actually turned the TV on next to it so we could watch.
I
soccer
saw
while
that.
we were
Yeah, I
doing
saw
it.
the clip you guys put up. I think that was probably like your third one, I think, of the day, wasn't it?
It was,
Yeah, that was.
started-
Yeah,
It was
it
early enough in the morning because you guys are watching the same game I was watching because, of course, I'm watching the World Cup while I'm, a slave to the grind.
There's nothing else to watch.
Did you watch the game yesterday while you were having a bite to eat?
Oh, yes. Somebody enjoys a bite of Italian there. Suarez. With an overbite like Freddie Mercury, yes.
So, as a Liverpool fan, do you sell him now?
Oh, listen, as long as he doesn't bite anybody when he's in the EPL, I'm good with that. So,
Anybody else?
Yeah. This is the third person he's bit some.
I know, I
Only
saw
one
that.
in the EPL.
I saw that. Only one in the EPL. Listen, I don't. Yeah. Listen. Wow. We just gloss over the fact that that he plays for Liverpool for now, and I was actually gonna wear my Liverpool shirt tonight to see if any of you are gonna pick up on it.
Although,
I opted instead for the Hockey Night in Canada one.
Yeah,
so.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, we did hear this afternoon though that FIFA is allowing a one-time transfer for Luis Suarez to Hungary.
That's delicious. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm proud of them.
I mean, if you're gonna take a
FIFA
bite,
gets
you're gonna
sensible.
take a bite. It could have been like turkey. That was the natural, right?
Yeah,
Come on,
right?
Turkey, or my favorite new country, ham and Swiss.
Yeah.
Ham and Swiss would have been
Where is
great.
that located?
On rye.
In between Israel and Switzerland.
Let's see. That's good.
Well.
I think we also call it Luxembourg.
Oh well, you can't fault Suarez for wanting to have a little bite of Italian. A little bite of Italian. We all get a little peckish during the game.
That's right.
I myself prefer Chinese, but that's just me. Yeah.
It must have been the Amazon heat that got to him.
Yes,
True.
yes,
True.
yes. It was his
If
heat,
somebody-
his Guatemalaness. Yes, it was his heat.
If Snickers doesn't pay Luis Suarez millions of dollars to put him in a Snickers commercial,
Louis, here, eat a Snickers. You're not a goal scorer when you're hungry.
no, I do
And
the
that's
other
a
way
shame
around.
because I mean,
Just a
God,
normal
you
guy at
know.
a party, he's just like biting people.
And he's
Up to him, Luis Suarez, and go, dude, stop! You're being creepy. Have a Snickers, and he's like, oh yeah.
And he just
biting
turns into
people.
Justin Long.
everybody thought the Italian guy was all upset. What he was actually doing was looking at him, going later.
I have to say, Lyle, even though like if China was in this and he did get some Chinese food, he'd just been hungry 5 minutes later. So that just
Oh!
another incident.
Yeah.
Been
It's a
terrible.
good thing there's not a country named Poutine.
It's true, but there's a country run by a guy named Poutine.
Yeah, well, is that
Oh.
the same thing? I guess.
Yeah, close enough.
Well, we'll all wait for somebody
it.
to take a bite out of poutine, and then the natural joke will just write itself. So,
I like it.
but I'll tell you the one thing though is, in as much as I miss bowling with you guys, I would have preferred doing that today. I would have missed out on a lot of stuff that happened in the NHL today.
I know.
Was a lot of stuff.
Lots and lots in the Cracker Jack box.
But first, before we know where we're going, we gotta know where we've been. And this week was quite the fun, exciting week. One of the big deals is, of course, Vancouver and Pittsburgh signing up their coaches. Willie Desjardins, no surprise there, going to Vancouver. And a surprise, I think, of everything, Mike Johnston, former Portland Winterhawks coach, is now going to be the Pittsburgh Penguins coach. Lyle, any thoughts, ideas, comments, questions about that?
Well, the Canucks hiring Desjardins, that was a bit of a swerve. Everybody was expecting him going to go to Pittsburgh, and then all of a sudden it was like, good God, that's Trevor Linden's music! And before you know it, he came walking out strutting to No Chance in Hell, and they pulled the complete swerve, and Willie Desjardins nailed Jim Rutherford with the chair shot, and they grabbed the title and walked out. Anyways,
That's
as
beautiful.
my referencing back to the WWE Attitude Era.
Well,
Everybody knows who follows the show. We cannot do one show without at least one wrestling reference. It's impossible.
Well,
So-
weren't the Penguins also trying to get in on Bill Peters as well? The
Yeah.
guy that Carolina eventually hired?
Yeah, they were trying to get on him as well. But I will tell you this. I mean, the hiring of Mike Johnston, while it just basically comes across as well, it's like, okay, all the good ones are gone. What's left in the bargain bin? But, this guy has had a lot of success at the junior level, World Juniors, as well as in the WHL. So, I think that, all things considered, given, how kind of messed up the things are going management-wise for the Penguins right now, I think that should be a decent hire for them. But the big one, of course, is, Whiteboard Willie going to Vancouver. And if he turns out to live up to half of the expectations, the Canucks could be in pretty good shape going forward.
Interesting situation they're going for the Penguins. See what happens there.
So-
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, the thing that I was going to bring up about the Penguins is that they've gone through like 3 GMs now that they didn't want to give 3-year deals to. So obviously, this guy is cheaper than the Pierre McGuires of the world that they didn't want to give this amount of time to.
Well, I think the big thing was that in the case of the coaching situation, they could have had Desjardins, but he wanted a 3-year deal, and the Penguins only wanted to give him 2. So, when you're setting that kind of a limitation for coaches, they want to know they're going to have more than just, okay, listen, you've got 2 years, and if you don't get anything done, you're out of here. Most coaches want a 3-year deal so they have an opportunity to prove themselves, and to give themselves some time to establish a rapport with the players and establish a system. So
But they still ended up having to give somebody a 3-year deal. They just didn't get the person that they
yeah, exactly.
wanted.
Well, because I think they realized the stupidity of what they had done. It cost them a shot at Desjardins. So, you got to kind of admit reality. Right now, I think things are a little bit of a train wreck in the the Penguins front office. I mean, the hiring of Jim Rutherford was a real puzzler. You guys love it, of course, but being the Capitals fans you are, it's like, yes, finally, some disharmony. The thing is that though the Penguins are not a crappy team. I mean, you would expect this kind of dysfunction.
Yes,
if
they
the-
are, Lyle.
if the team was okay in the hearts of Capitals fans, yes, I know. But when you're talking about real standings,
They're actually pretty
okay,
shitty people, too.
real standings compared to your
Kicking
Capitals, yeah.
obviously.
I mean, but Lyle, like, what's the big deal that none of these guys want to go? Is it just the term? That
It was just the term. It was just the term. Wasn't anybody didn't want to go there?
That seems stupid in terms of just a management standpoint in the Penguins.
Yes,
Like,
it
honestly,
is.
It's what Kafai, what the hell?
Well, and I mean, it's not
Yeah.
so much. It's not so much management. It's the ownership. Apparently, it's Mario Lemieux and Ron Burkle. Apparently, first of all, it was their bright idea to give the kibosh. Well, they were the ones that handled that bungled firing of Shiro and
No.
Bilesma. I mean,
That went right as the plan. I mean,
yes, that went right into plan of glorious clusterfuck. Yes,
Yeah.
file that under glorious clusterfuck, kids.
go ahead.
But yeah, but I mean, Rutherford, that was such a head scratch. I mean, that's a sideways move at best. That's hardly anything that makes you say, yes, that was the thoughtful mind they need. In fact, I would not have fired Ray Shero at all. I would have given Ray Shero at least another season. I definitely would have fired Dan Bilesma because it was clear he lost the room a year ago. But, I wouldn't have fired Ray Shero. Regardless, it's just kind of a bit of a sense of, I don't know if you want to call it panic or impatience, probably more the latter, more impatience than anything else. They've got a good team. I mean, everything else, personal loyalties aside, set that aside. They've got a good team. This is a team that finished, second overall in the Eastern Conference, that has been perennially among the top teams in the NHL since they won the Cup 5 years ago. It's just that they haven't been able to get it done in the playoffs. They're a strong regular season team, but they can't carry that over in the playoffs. So they need a coach that's going to be able to do that for them. So, but now you're hearing talk of, they're going to, they could trade James Neal. Well, I wouldn't bother doing that. You're going to lose Matt Niskanen and UC Jokinen, who were two of your better players this past season. So, if I were them, I wouldn't be looking to dump players. I'd be looking to try and add to bolster things.
Going back to the whole coaching debacle as well, I mean, you're looking at how, if we're going management and ownership, it's more ownership because they fired management first. Shero was out first. So
Yep.
they completely screwed Shero out of the opportunity to find a new job. So on the whole good faith thing with ownership and management, like, who would want to go into a work situation where the ownership might completely screw you out of your next opportunity, given the fact that Bilesma did lead them to 2 straight Cup finals? They won one of them.
One Cup final. One Cup final.
the other one
but
was
two Eastern Conference finals.
Ter-
Michel
Terry- Terry was the
Michel
other.
Therrien was the first year. But 2 Eastern Conference finals and a Stanley Cup.
So, okay. But, yes, you're right. But still, like, he wasn't a bad coach. He did great things for the franchise. If I were a coach going into that situation, I'd look at it and say, all right, cool. I'd want a 3-year deal too. So if you're going to fire me and you're going to put me out to pasture early, then I'm going to get paid for 3 years either way.
Well, and I think that's where some of that comes down to, is because when they fired Therrien, he still had a couple of years left on his deal. Bilesma still has, I think, another year or two left on his deal. In fact, they re-upped him last year, for God's sake. So he's still got another couple of years left on his contract. So the whole reason behind the whole only 2 years was they didn't want to be on the hook again if the coach they hired this year didn't turn out and they had to fire him. But in Mike Johnston, I think perhaps maybe they've got somebody there that can bring in a different attitude. He may not be well known, but as I said, he's got a very strong record in junior hockey, and I think he could be maybe the breath of fresh air this team needs.
Well, coaching in Portland, he already knows how to deal with high-priced players. Because he got busted on the scandal where he was paying players too much.
I get it.
That was probably on the farm report.
Yeah, it might have been. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was a couple years before, but
So this is like a Pete Carroll situation.
a little bit.
Okay.
He's
All right.
moving
Now
on.
it's terms of
All right, Pete Carroll.
So he plays a West Coast offense. is what
He
you're
has
trying
got
to say.
Richard Sherman on the team. It's gonna be great.
Nice.
It's gonna be a great
It
team.
should be awesome.
Wow, we got ourselves some crazy trade news as well. Scotty Hartnell from the Flyers to Les Blue Jackets for R.J. Umberger, who won it out of Columbus in the worst way possible. Thoughts, ideas on that one? Like, it seemed like an interesting deal just in general to get Umberger back to Philadelphia and then give up Hartnell instead of or in lieu of that too. I mean, what can you make odds of and ends of this?
Well, that one is a real head scratcher. If anything, I mean, they managed to shed a tiny bit of salary, and drinks all around, of course. Yes, of course. You should have thought of
Sorry.
that before you went on
Sorry,
air.
Lyle. We did, and we drank several. Okay, I'll get there. I'll be fine.
I got you.
You got me?
want a beer?
But,
Give me a beer.
I'll get you a
I'll
beer.
hang out with Lyle. We're gonna talk some R.J. Umberger because that's my favorite player because of the fact that he won it out of Columbus when they were doing so well.
Yeah.
And he's back to Philly.
Back to Philly where he got knocked out by Brian Campbell. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wanted out of Columbus because he wasn't getting playing time. That's why. I mean, they cut him way back. But this
Well,
one's
yeah, they found Ryan Johnston.
yeah, but this one's as I said, it's a real head scratcher because I think the Blue Jackets win out of this deal. I mean, Hartnell's a better player right now as it stands. They're both the same age, but Umberger's
I think.
yeah, but Umberger. What?
Go ahead.
Okay. No,
you have to lay there?
you were saying Hartnell brings, and then I heard silence. So.
Oh yeah, no, because you were talking. I guess we just got a little delay. I think Hartnell brings a veteran presence to that team that it doesn't really have in general, and he also has a little bit of more playoff experience than most of these guys. And if this is a team that's going to be a perennial playoff team, they're going to need someone like him in the room.
Exactly, and that's one of the reasons why he was willing to waive his no movement clause to go to Columbus. A few years ago, no way in hell he would have done it. But he knows this is a team on the rise. He's played against him. He saw how well they did, in that opening round as well. So I think that's going to be a definitely a good fit there. In terms of Umberger, I perhaps maybe the real reason why Hartnell got moved is because they were going to be looking at demoting. The Flyers were probably going to look at demoting him. Because they really do want to bring in a better scoring left wing. And if you bring in Umberger, he's not going to fill that role, but Umberger will go into, say, a third round or a third line role. Yeah, and you either promote Matt Reed as your first line scoring winger, or you go out and get somebody else. So I think maybe that might have been some of the thinking behind that. But it was definitely curious because. They shed very little salary. I mean, the contracts are almost comparable, though Hartnell's got 5 more years left on his deal and Umberger has 3. But in the short term, for right now, it doesn't alleviate their cap problems. And as I said, the Blue Jackets get the better player.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Matt Reed thing seems a little shaky to me. He seems way too streaky for a guy to get a little bit more pressure put onto him. I don't know. I think it's.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I mean, listen. I had kind of this sort of debate / dispute a couple of weeks ago with some of my readers when I had said, listen, they could even maybe Matt Reed might even be a trade candidate among them, a possibility, and they were very adamant saying, no way, they're going to keep him and they're going to try and play him up on the first line, And one of them sent me a link where Craig Berube said that he had thought about that a couple of times during the season, to which I responded, if he thought about it, then why didn't he do the next step and actually play him there regularly? I mean, God knows they needed the offense. So I think that says all we need to know about Matt Reed playing on the first line.
Yeah, Lyle, I've thought about making millions of dollars a lot, too.
True.
Sure.
I've thought about making us a very big studio, and I've thought about taking over XM Radio and putting us on there. I've thought about all of that.
And I thought about banging all the hottest chicks in the world, but you don't see me doing it.
Well, I have.
Actually, here's the thing. I think about that. I think about that a lot more for a lot extended period of time than like building a studio or taking over all the other places.
I'd say this though. I told some of my teammates I had a dream a couple of days ago that I won the Big Stand Invitational by 1 pin.
So dreams really do come true, kids.
Wow.
Kids really do come true.
We
Don't stop
write an
believing.
article about that tomorrow.
See, I had a dream that I was reading Word Up magazine, Heavy D, right in the limousine.
Yeah.
I dreamed a dream of time gone by. Sorry. Anyway, I did that better than Susan Boyle. There you go. Where's my shot on Britain's Got Talent? Oh, maybe because I'm in Canada. Whatever.
Well, Lyle, you can go ahead and be like the Oak Kid and go ahead and Scott Oak's kid and just do magic.
Oh, yeah. Do magic.
He's an egg. He's a good egg.
Some positions are defensible. Like if you want to get laid, become a magician.
Exactly.
I saw that on a John Oliver bit there last week. That was funny.
Good. Anyway. I have to say it is true because it's just like why is between my legs hurt? You're welcome.
Magic. So I'm gonna say a couple of things. First of all,
I'm gonna make this penis disappear.
Wow.
Wow! With only 3 guys in the studio, maybe that's not something that needs to be said.
So John Oliver's show is first of all fantastic.
Absolutely, it is.
Second of all, I don't know if I feel bad or not. That's how I get my news.
Don't feel bad. Don't
So-
feel bad. That's the best way to get your news right now. Between John Oliver, The Daily Show, and the Colbert Report, which we're going to lose, unfortunately, at the end of this year when he goes on to do the real talk show thing. But
But I think he's gonna take the whole daily news aspect that he does and bring it to.
yeah, maybe do a small
Yes.
portion of it where he revives his character, maybe for 5-minute snippets, and they laugh in, looks at the news. But anyway,
But this is so one quick thing though. Everyone started on the Daily Show, right?
yes.
All of them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And add Steve Carell to that too.
Oh, yep.
Oh my
Steve
God.
Carell, Rob
What a
Corddry.
show.
Yeah,
And Craig Oh no, never mind. That's right.
Didn't
He was on there though at one
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
right? Before
Ed
the-
Helms.
Ed Helms was in it
Ed
too.
Helms. Yep.
But isn't this really the formula, right? So we took
Yeah.
a show that was on cable television, we put it on HBO, right? That you let him, you give him a little bit more time because you don't have commercials, and you let him cuss,
Yes.
and boom, it turns out to be a huge success. Now let's take that same formula for NHL hockey. Take it off of cable television, put a few games on HBO,
Yeah.
let them cuss, put mics in the locker rooms, boom.
And
huge
let it go. Boom.
Well, I have to say, Lyle, did you check the schedule that Canada's getting for their national games?
Very briefly glanced over
Can I
because
break this
I've
down?
go right ahead.
Okay, so they did it. There was an interview with Greg Sansoni, who is the the VP of
Great dude.
programming.
Great dude.
Great guy. I've met him. He's a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
Great hair. 300 plus national games next year, Lyle.
That's fantastic. How many games are even in the NHL?
1,200
That
So,
is 1/4 of the games.
are national
1/4
TV,
of the games.
on national TV across CBC, City,
Sportsnet.
Sportsnet 1, Sportsnet 360, FX Canada.
TSN will also cover local games.
They're covering local games, and also Sportsnet also has local coverage of the Canucks and the Flames and the Oilers.
but
Yep.
TSN is not. TSN is
TSN's
cable
not doing
television,
national.
They're not
TSN's
doing national.
Yeah, they're not doing national. They're just doing local coverage of Senators, Jets. There's one of the
Senators,
other Habs.
Jets.
They're not
Habs.
doing national games. They're only doing local coverage of all the Canadian teams.
Yeah, Senators, Jets, Habs.
Not all the Canadian teams.
No. Senators,
Half
Jets,
of the Canadians.
Habs, half of the Leafs, right?
Half the Leafs, I believe. Yeah.
Because they have ownership.
The
in
good
them.
half or the bad
which
half?
half?
They have the bad half. Yeah. Tonight it's the Maple Leafs against the Florida Panthers live on. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, 300 national games and that are not blacked out. So if you have all the cable channels that they have, it's amazing.
And I do, so it's going to be like
be tremendous.
overdose. But actually, it's going to be neat because I'll be able to really pick and choose the games that I really want to watch.
And that's what he said, because of the fact that Rogers owns so many stations like FX Canada and all their Sportsnet platforms.
You guys don't have Chromecast support for anything on,
Yeah.
on TSN or
So
CBC or anything. Oh
yeah.
man, you guys can't watch
watch
2 or
it-
3 games at the same
So
time.
watch
We've got Roku. You can get Roku, and then you can
Yes, which I do have, but the bottom line is, I mean, we've got so much damn hockey coverage here in Canada. It's friggin'
It's gonna be overload.
saturated.
Yeah, but
it's
Lyle,
saturated.
Yeah, so what can occur is that the Chromecast can go into a second TV that's in my
Yeah.
living room, and I can watch both games tomorrow at the same
Yeah.
time
Well, which is we'll take
Well, here's
in
the
my
thing,
living room.
the
The
thing with-
USA-Germany game and the Portugal-Ghana game will both be played at the same time
Same
in my
time.
house.
The Chromecast in Canada is just crap because we don't have licensing fees yet.
right because you don't have HBO Go, right?
Yep.
No
Nope.
HBO Go.
No.
No.
Watch
you
ESPN.
pretty much have nothing.
Because it's all owned by different
Right.
subsidiaries.
There's
It's
no
just
Netflix.
Zongza.
Yeah.
Put it
No,
this way:
Other
if it wasn't for Unblock Us, I wouldn't even have access to Hulu, for God's sake. So that's how bad it
Unblocked.
is.
Yeah. So what are all these secrets?
What are
Are
you
you
talking
a
about?
pirate, Lyle?
Did you see the iPad and the parrot on the shoulder?
We can draw it on.
We could draw a parrot on the shoulder.
If
Um,
we could still use that Google toolbox, he could put an eye patch on himself. But I don't
And
think
you know
it's still up there.
I have to say, speaking of pirates, man, did Mary and Gabbard get some of that gold?
Oh,
Yeah.
7 years,
Oh wow!
over $34 million.
yeah. Hopefully it won't be fool's gold.
And Lyle, we were doing the math on this, and he's 32 now. That's gonna be he's gonna be 39 when this is all said and done.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Is he still going to be playing by the end of that time?
I would say probably not, and therein lies the genius of this deal. Initially, when my initial reaction to this, when I first heard it, was, what the hell? I mean, that's too long a deal. They've overpaid. I mean, sure, the cap hit is $4.85 million per season. I mean, he gets paid something like $6 million, a little over $6 million a season in the first 3 years, $5 million in year 4, 4 point something in year 5, and then it drops to 3 point something in 3 in the final 2 years. But that's all within that cap variance, Chumbabi Kawizzi thingy. What did I just do here?
This
Anyway.
sounds a hell of a lot like the Ilya Kovalchuk deal on a more reasonable scale.
Well, it's all completely within, the whole salary variance, everything like that.
It's
But
on an
here,
CBA scale.
yeah. But here's the thing that I think, I really don't think they care if he finishes this deal out or not. Because first of all, he's 32 years old, so he doesn't fall under that whole 35 plus thing where if he retires before the deal's done, then it's they're still on the hook. Also, there's no cap recapture penalty for this. Those only apply to contracts that were signed before September 15th, 2012. So there's no salary cap recapture on this one. But here's the thing. If he gives them at least 4 good years and then either retires because of injuries, let's face it, he's often injured, that sort of thing, they will have at least gotten 4 good years out of him. I think that's kind of what they're looking at is like, hey, we got him for a few years. He probably won't finish the deal. He'll probably retire with maybe like, say, 37, 5 years' time. We won't have to pay the final 2 years of it. We got him for 3 or 4 good years. Maybe he helps him win another Stanley Cup. And I think that's the way that they're looking at this right now.
I mean, yeah, it's perfect. I mean, it's under the 35, and let's be honest, speed is one of Gaborik's assets. And speed is the first thing that goes.
Yeah.
And considering, how often he has groin injuries and shoulder injuries and all kinds of other crap, that's going to help out to that too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we saw this today as we were out doing big
Out bowling all day.
It popped up, and the first thing I said to Scotty was, "There's no way he's finishing this deal," and then we both sort of agreed that we thought it was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, overall, like for the cap hit, that seems pretty tremendous.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I was thinking that they would probably get him at 3 or 4 years at $5.5 million, and I was thinking that's what he's going to have to take if he wants to stay there. Because let's face it, you got tremendous chemistry with Andrzej Kopitar. He's playing on a team that, let's face, for the next 4 years at least, are going to be a perennial cup contender. They have to be considered that now. So I thought, well, okay, he's going to have to accept less money. But as it turns out, yeah, and given the length of the term, the deal, it's a very friendly cap hit. So I mean, let's give Dean Lombardi some props for swinging that. But on the other hand, too, while you can't say that this is salary cap circumvention, you got to figure that this contract going forward is going to be the template for a lot of teams that are going to have guys that are 32 to 34. You don't have very many good years left, but here's an option to get them at a really good cap hit. So you sign them for 7 years or 8 years at that low. You get that. Work the salary variance in your favor, and boom, you get that cap hit, and then, you get 4 or 5 good years out of him. He retires with 2 or 3 years left on the deal, and you wash your hands of it and done.
Yeah.
I think there's a big difference between salary cap circumvention and a GM making smart deals within the system. Like, finding a loophole is one thing, but clearly playing by the rules and just being smart about it is something completely different. So no one can get upset at the Kings for this deal. Clearly this was within the rules.
No.
Clearly everybody knows he's going to retire, but clearly everybody would have done that if they had the chance.
But you do realize that, like, Gary Bettman saw that on Twitter this afternoon and was like, "Son of a bitch!"
Yeah.
But I mean, he knows this. Damn you, Lombardi! But you had to know.
But his actual response was probably like, "Well, it wasn't New Jersey."
I think his also response was, "What the hell was that last night? What the hell was that farce of an award show?"
Oh god.
Oh my god. The train wreck. Every year the NHL award show is a train wreck.
Where's Shaka Khan?
I feel for you.
Nick got too big for this, didn't he? Too big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too thick. Anyway.
But every year it's a train wreck. You know it's going to be horrible, but you can't turn your eyes away from it. It just.
I am so glad I was in flight when that happened.
I am so happy I've gotten to the point, like technology has gotten to the point that I just get an alert on my phone from Bleacher Report. That just tells me who won, and I don't have to watch. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, you can just go through this the slideshow that they put up there.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
The train wreck.
Is the only reason why people aren't looking at this with more distaste, this deal, only because Ilya Kovalchuk's deal was so over the top that this is like, it's like you push the limits of how far you can go, even though you want to go to about a 4, but you try for a 9 out of 10. And you know you won't be able to get away with that 9. But then it makes the 4 way easier to stomach for the people in
Hey, kids, as long as you stick to landing, that's all that matters. So, you know.
all
And
these
that's what
metaphors.
I like
I'm
it.
telling you.
I'm talking about sex.
It's like the love of it our stars.
Yeah, what the hell were you talking about? Yeah, Jesus.
I always try for a 9, but I probably end up with more like a 4 or 5.
You always want a couple of 4s, maybe.
Maybe 2 4s.
Yeah.
One hell of a night.
That equals an 8. That's in your favor.
Yeah.
But beware
I'm looking for that.
beware of threes
Really?
dressed up. Beware of a 3 dressed up as a 9, though.
Yeah.
Even then, Lyle, that's a solid 6.
But 3 is.
Yeah.
solid 6 when you average it out. It's fine.
The AM differential on the 3 versus 9 is too much for me.
You could take solid 6 so many different ways right now. It's just
Look, I got a solid 6.5 in my pants. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
why are you carrying that magic marker around? I don't know.
Lyle, someone had to keep score.
Yeah.
So, man, oh man. But it should be, Mary Gabbard scored himself a big deal too. So good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
One last
indeed.
deal.
What happened the last time he got paid? He took 2 years off, didn't he?
What?
He didn't play well for 2 years after
Oh, no,
he
he-
got paid last time.
That's true, but same can be said about him most of his career.
Yeah, but he was in
That's
a big
injuries.
market like New. Oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hello.
A big market that kind of cared overall in the grand scheme of things. Because LA, they have their niche that cares.
Yeah.
In a city of like what, 30 million?
It's a growing niche. But,
It is a growing niche, that's for sure. But let's be honest.
Yeah, but there's
New York City is the niche that
there's
just
topical
swallows
ointment
itself.
for that niche.
What do we have to watch in the winter? The Knicks? Damn it! I like hockey. Great.
LeBron's going to New York, man.
Dude, LeBron's going to LA. LeBron's going to end up in Milwaukee, and it's going to be a great day.
Are they going to have another? Are they going to have another show where he sits down and tells
God, I hope so.
where he's going to take his talents? Yeah.
I'm going to take my talents north of the border to Toronto.
No. He's smarter. He's smarter than that. He's not going to go to ESPN for that. He's going to
HBO.
do it on his own website and charge a subscription.
And there you go.
Yeah,
But be careful, because when he says he's going to take his talents somewhere, he could be a falconer and could be talking about where he's going to take his bird.
Oh God, that'd be so great.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've heard he's a good bowler.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we should offer an invitation
We should
for
have.
next year.
I had to say that.
We offered an invitation to everyone.
Yeah, everyone
for
out
this
there.
and it was just
we
us
need-
3.
I was
going. You know I was going.
We know.
We need to find out how many bowling alleys are in Miami-Dade County.
Here's the thing. We
There
need to
you
find
go.
out how many bowling alleys are in Miami-Dade County. We need to find out how many celebrities are going to be down there, and then go to their Twitter and invite them.
And invite them.
Because I was this close to inviting.
That
Katy
would
Perry,
be
but I don't
hilarious
think
if
we
even
could
at least
have-
if even at least one of them showed up and you found out that, oh my God, this guy this girl is like just obsessed about bowling. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
anywhere to go to bowl. You guys are bowling great.
Well, we could line up one celebrity bowler per bowling alley.
Well, if the draft ever goes to LA again, I mean, supposedly Will Wheaton's a big bowler. So
Well,
you
even
can
if
cover.
it's well, hold on. If it goes to even Anaheim, Chris Hardwick, who does everything for AMC and stuff
There you
like
go.
that, his
Yeah.
dad's a PBA Hall of Fame bowler,
Yes.
and he just got a new bowling show on AMC.
Hey, well, that's the
would be
bowling.
awesome.
He had that bowling show on YouTube.
Yeah, and now it's going to AMC.
Sweet,
With
yeah.
the Sklar brothers are hosting.
Nice.
Yeah, because he had because he had the cast of Mad Men on one week, the cast of Breaking Bad on the next, and yeah,
It's the same kind of dynamic they're doing.
it's a
so
fantastic
him
I'm
show.
here with the guys of the Face Off Hockey Show.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Just like, no, wait, who are these guys?
I want
Oh,
Mike
Really?
Tyson, 3 of us and Mike Tyson versus whoever.
Hey, we've had enough lightning comments on the show.
That's true.
All right.
I mean Lyle. I want
Jesus.
Lyle. Lyle won't
Oh,
bite.
and by the way,
Lyle won't bite.
Lyle, if you didn't see it at all yesterday, I believe that Evander Holyfield won the internet when he
Yes.
put something out yesterday on Twitter that basically said apparently all body parts are able
Yep.
to be bitten.
Yeah, that was outstanding. When they say that he's suffering from post-concussion stuff, when I see a tweet like that, I have to doubt that.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was true. There was a lot of great memes flying around over that, though. I mean, and I love the Jaws.
That was a good one.
That was one of my favorites, definitely.
That's true. Who doesn't like Little Jaws?
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, the Hannibal Lecter one. Yeah.
That's Hannibal Buress.
That's how Uruguay.
I liked when he had the cone of shame on.
That's how Uruguay should wheel him out for their next game.
Absolutely. And then unstrap the leather thing.
Have him wheeled out, just like Silence of the Lambs, wearing that half goalie mask with the thing. And they have to hold a microphone up to him, so the first words he says are "Hello, Clarice."
Oh, I'm sure the accent would be a little bit different, but.
But okay, maybe that's not such a good idea.
No. Have you heard him talk? Neither have I.
I even watched Living Liverpool or whatever that show was.
I don't even think he talks on that show. Yeah.
Goodness gracious. So yeah, the awards happened. Those were a thing, and that was a thing.
Yeah. The only surprise
Captain Cali, 6 years.
I was only going to say the only surprise ahead of the
awards.
The only surprise ahead of the awards was Tuukka Rask winning it. My pick would have been Varlamov. Not that Tuukka Rask didn't deserve it, but I thought Varlamov, because he faced the most shots of any goalie this year, had the third best save percentage, led the league in wins. I thought that would have been good enough, but still, otherwise everything else came down to exactly as I planned. I mean, exactly as I picked them. So.
Yeah. From the beginning of the season, he abused the Western Conference.
Yeah, he did.
Was it too soon?
But he was. Did you see the suit that he was wearing?
Allegedly. He allegedly abused the Western Conference.
The suit that he was wearing was fantastic, though. He was dressed to the nines for this.
He was. He had the. He looked like one of the. Was it
I knew we were going back to that. As soon as Johnny said that, I knew you were going to jump on that, Mark. I saw the twinkle in Mark's eye right away. I knew he was going back to that.
And they grew up together.
All right.
Yeah, but how about Ryan O'Reilly picking up an award and not being signed right now?
Yeah.
That's an interesting situation.
So how do you go to arbitration with somebody who just won an award for the NHL?
This guy totally sucks at his. Oh shit, he doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Not a whole lot of leverage. I don't think they're going to be looking at it in that aspect. If he goes to arbitration, I think we all know how that's going to come down.
He only won by 15 votes, and we had to take a 20.
Yeah. Now the only reason why they're doing this is because they to qualify his rights would have cost $6.5 million. And they obviously want to get him re-signed a long-term deal, but they don't want to get him re-signed to anything more than $6 million. Mm-hmm. So this all goes back, like we said. I think we talked about this last week. It all goes back to the mismanagement by the previous organization that foolishly tried to play hardball with him. And that led to that whole clusterfuck with the Flames making that offer sheet, which, as it turned out, was fortunate for them that they, that the Avs matched. Or oh boy, would they have ever been out some draft? But anyway, but yeah, and so that's the whole situation. So they're not going to sit there in front of an arbiter. Okay, look, it's not that we don't think he's worth it. It's just that this whole thing in the previous organization, and it's not really our fault, and we're offering very generous over a long period of time, 5.7, 5.8. We think 5 was a good place to start. His agent. That's Ryan said, good Canadian boy. His agent, man, had a pun. So Don Cherry, and basically a stereotypical Jewish lawyer, will come in and argue the Avalanche's case. And
I hope that they all show up. I hope they all show up with plaid blazers.
Oh, it'd be great.
And they all look like used car salesmen.
Oh, it's tremendous. It's going to be like that scene in Jay and Silent Bob where they cut to the guy, was it Wes Anderson that made Scream?
Yes.
And they're making another Scream movie, and they're just like, are you going to yell action? He's like, Jesus, I'm busy. He's just sitting there counting money. It's like, you're going to go to the Ryan, does your agent have anything to say, Ryan? God, I'm busy. Hold on. Just
listen. You maybe lost count. What the hell?
Come on.
We should really play this out in arbitration court. either this week or next.
I
week.
have plenty of brackets upstairs.
We could just play this out and just be like, yeah. if you
Arbitration court. Dong dong.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. That's Law and Order.
You want
Sorry.
to be the Av side, and I'll be the Ryan O'Reilly side, and Johnny be the arbitrator.
Johnny's the arbitrator.
Johnny the arbitrator. All right.
Johnny Arbitrator.
I think Johnny Arbitrator here.
Johnny Arbitrator.
Johnny arbitrator.
Should I go and get the bowler hat and put that on?
He's got
He's got a new character.
Johnny Arbitrator. Yes, we have a new character, and he's got to do a commercial. You got to do it, Johnny. You got to do a commercial really badly acted. Hi, NHL players. Are you being taken to your arbitration by an owner who
like a
wants
local
to
commercial that we
pay
did.
less money?
It's gonna be a Barry Glazer commercial.
Better call Saul.
it's
Well,
gonna
no,
be
you
like-
guys don't watch Breaking Bad, so I would say almost like
Bob
the character
Loblaw's
Saul.
Lomblog.
No, even better, Bob Loblaw, yes, from Arrested Development. Close the book every time. Hi there. Are you being taken to court for a frivolous lawsuit? Clump. Are your needs not being suited by the club? Then you need me, Clump. Bob Loblaw. Yes, do it Bob Loblaw style.
We also have to drop in a good. We have to drop in a. Is your arbitration? Are people taking you to arbitration? Well, don't pee on me and call me and tell me it's raining. Arbitrators, we're going to court.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the arbitrator.
What
Sorry,
I'm-
I need to rewrite that.
What I'm looking at here is a Steadicam shot of Johnny
With a
Arbitrator
brick wall
walking
behind us.
through the office. Now walking
in
through the
slow
office,
motion, like
Steadicam.
Reservoir
No,
Dogs.
you're talking to the camera. And people are handing you things. You're not looking at you. You just open them. You close them. You hand them to somebody else.
Perfect.
Somebody hands you something. You open it. You close it. You hand it to somebody else.
This is why
30
you're my
seconds.
producer.
30
Yeah.
seconds.
Johnny
You
Arbitrator.
got to have
Yes.
the bowler
I have
hat.
to have the bowler
You gotta
hat.
have the bowler hat.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I want the tuxedo T-shirt.
Tuxedo T-shirt
Obviously.
and bowler hat.
Really, but I want
Yes.
you to wear a suit, and then as people like somebody hands you
You want
something,
me
you
to keep
open it, you
taking
close it,
clothes
you
off?
hand it to somebody else, you take
No,
your
no.
jacket off, you get something else, you open it, you close it. You got a suit underneath.
I don't like where that was going. To
Well,
be quite honest with
he's
you.
just gonna get down to the T-shirt.
Well, it's
to
still,
show that
it
even
still doesn't
deep,
matter.
even deep down, he's a professional.
the part of this is that why not just have him in a suit jacket with a tuxedo shirt on? That means that he's business, but he's also business casual.
yeah, but you gotta.
But here's the thing.
It's like you gotta get down to the
No,
core.
you don't. No,
and
because
realize that
here's
he's
what he's
still a
saying.
professional.
Is what the suit jacket and tuxedo shirt does. It says that I'm not going to pick one or another. I'm not going to be business. I'm not going to be casual. I'm going to be right in the middle.
But that doesn't make you tune in for the entire commercial. You know that he's a professional from the beginning. You don't need to watch the rest of the commercial. You were watching the commercial. Yeah.
Who are you?
There he is. There's Johnny Arbitrator.
Johnny Arbitrator. Yeah.
Johnny Arbitrator.
Yeah, sure.
Johnny Arbitrator. Coming
And so,
this fall to NBC. Johnny Arbitrator.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Do you want me to take pieces of clothing off now?
No.
Okay, so I'll just take that hat off, and then I'll go.
Interesting. All right. All right.
It's way more casual.
That is a little more
Yeah.
casual. I like that one. It's not
Yeah.
as stuck up.
Johnny Arbitrator.
Johnny Arbitrator.
Yeah, I think
Johnny
I got it. I think I have
I
this
think you
part.
like it. Perfect.
I like parts that we make up that
Just
I
on the
can
fly.
I
I'm-
mean, and it's fantastic because Johnny Arbitrator isn't on anybody's side.
No.
No,
Johnny
No.
Arbitrator
No.
is the straight and narrow. He will
Johnny
decide.
Arbitrator is
Johnny
truly
Arbitrator is
unbiased.
pretty.
Johnny Arbitrator. Yes, it's
I'm fair but
unbiased.
firm.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Steadicam. Interesting. Steadicam shot. It pans out to a wide shot. He's just walking on the fence. He's on the fence.
He's on the fence.
He's on
yeah.
the fence.
Johnny
Johnny
Arbitrator.
Arbitrator.
He's not on either side of the
Isn't
fence.
on
He is the
everybody.
fence.
Side.
I
Oh,
the fence.
interesting.
Like it.
Oh,
Good.
perfect.
Yeah, and then you have people from Glen Burnie like hanging out in front of my lawn with the defense sign. Defense. Defense. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we've
you can make
taken
it
this. We have taken this
Why
to an illogical conclusion.
Hold on. I want to point out something amazing here. Why do you have a bowler hat and not wear it bowling?
Because did you realize how much I was sweating
Yeah,
during bowling?
yes.
In no way,
You
shape,
were.
or form
You.
would I have been able to wear a bowler hat.
I honestly was just going to turn you in the rotisserie before you
Yeah.
bowled.
You know,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I definitely thought about wearing it in Philly.
Perfect.
You
I
know,
like
know
it.
who would have been able to take the heat?
Johnny Arbitrator.
Johnny Arbitrator.
Johnny Arbitrator.
Johnny Arbitrator.
Johnny
Yeah, right.
Arbitrator could take the heat.
So does Johnny Arbitrator wear the glasses or no?
Yeah.
Is it like my
ooh.
alter ego?
Eye patch. No, monocle. Monocle.
Monocle.
Now you gotta
Yeah, you
find a
gotta go
monocle.
monocle top. monocle, top hat, and tuxedo T-shirt.
You know his means of transportation?
Horse and carriage.
Chopper 4.
I like horse and carriage.
Okay.
Get
I like
to the
that. Horse and
chopper!
buggy?
John the
I was gonna
arbitrator
go
doesn't
Pope
pick
mobile.
sides.
D sides.
Hold on.
Nice.
Good.
We did have Mitch 5-pin was just screwing me all day.
Yeah.
Screwing all of us all day, to be quite honest with
I
you.
wish we could have kept track of exact pins that we left on the lane, because that would have been great to see who left the 5-pin the most often.
That was a son of a bitch.
Sabermetrics, Lyle. We're trying to get down to brass tacks here.
There was actually a point during duck pin bowling where I threw the ball down the lane. It bounced out of the gutter and went between two pins.
That was him! No! Wait!
That was
Those
you.
shouldn't count! Those pins shouldn't count! No, hold on! No, wait. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
It didn't hit anything.
First off, that was him.
Oh, it was
Easy,
fine.
Leahy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, but my gutter ball popping out didn't hit anything. But your gutter balls that popped out knocked pins down.
That's true. That was 10.
What are the rules?
Wait a minute. Wait a
There's
minute.
no
And hit
video.
pins that we took.
Hold on.
There's no video.
That
of
is.
it.
That was the non-video thing.
There's
because we-
no video.
Controversy.
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 But I have to say,
Forgot about that.
the best part about duck pin was the air hockey physics that those pins had. I literally had a pin go back and forth 4 times before it hit another pin and got me a spare. I'm like, what the hell?
John had one that hit,
remember
hit one side, literally did like 3 flips over top of all the rest of the pins, and then shot across and didn't hit anything, and then went off.
But there was also the one that spun around, knocked down the pin for a strike, and then it was too long, and the thing didn't record it.
Johnny could have won by more, but he decided to be a gentleman and not take the strike
It's
that
a
he was
gentleman's
deserved.
game.
It is a gentleman's
It
game.
is a gentleman. No, but we determined the next frame he got a 0. It wouldn't have mattered either way.
That's true.
No, but I threw the ball between my legs, and it went down, remember?
It did go straight.
And it would have hit the pin.
Yeah.
Right. No. Well, whatever. Whatever
Point
you
is this.
say. Whatever
Point is
you
this:
say.
Johnny won by a pin, and Mark's still bitter bear about
It's
it.
true.
He had gutter balls that popped out just because the ring.
Hey, I'm completely okay with gutter balls. We don't talk about it
John has
very
gutter balls.
often. It's like skeletons in your
And
closet.
you know what? We're fine with them popping out every now and again.
Yeah,
These things happen.
True.
They popping out of the gutter.
The first rule about gutter balls is we don't talk about gutter balls.
Yeah.
Although
God
I am
knows I'm
gonna
doing
come up. I'm gonna come up with a pins per ball thrown stat, which is gonna be fantastic
It's
because
gonna be good.
in duck pins you actually throw 3 balls instead of 2,
Unless you get a strike or a
unless you get a
spare.
strike or a spare. So that kind of distorts the scores a little bit. And we're also gonna do. What was the other one that we came up with that we were really proud of?
After 5th frame,
After 5th frame marks.
open
was good.
open frames.
Open
No,
frame.
we can't do
we
open
it. We
frames.
can't
There
do
are too many.
bunch of
That
open
would
frames.
be quite the percentage.
There was another one that was very good.
It was the 9-pin.
I'll think about that.
Yeah,
but we have a lot. We have a lot
of metrics to do.
Next level shit coming up for the Big Stand Invitational.
Yeah, when we actually do this again, whenever that may be, it's going to be tremendous, and we're going to have a lot more stats, and we hope to get a lot.
We should
more
just
people
have the people who put together the Corsi stats and see how many scoring chances we
out.
have.
Well, we already
throughout
covered.
the
No, that
Yeah.
was it. The Joe Corby stats we were going to put together.
Yeah,
There you
Joe
go.
Corby, definitely. But
Put it
but
together yourself.
we have to put together scoring chances too. Like I guess when you get more than 7 pins on the first ball, you have a scoring chance.
That's true. Oh, you know what? That's
Ooh.
splits.
Yeah.
Splits too. How many splits? Yeah.
Oh, God.
Are we gonna?
Pins
well, I
after
guess
split.
They were
we'll
actually picked up on the.
Yeah,
pin-
the only one we're not going to know that on is the last one because
we
didn't
wrote it.
write down the splits.
Exactly. So that's fine. And that's duck pin
That's
too.
good.
It was like a split
good.
every second frame.
Lyle, we set a lot of event records this year.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, next year's going to be hard to top.
Yeah.
And Lyle, the shoes did pay for themselves. So if next time you're down here, get yourselves the shoes for the Big Stand
Don't-
Invitational.
Don't get the white Velcro ones.
No,
though,
because those are taken,
those
and
are
that's
taken.
He
Yeah.
will sue you for gimmicking for.
Buy the white Velcro ones, and then you draw your own designs on them.
I may have to go Big Lebowski on this. I don't know.
Nice.
Or if you get the white Velcro shoes and then put like the lights around it and be like LA Gear.
Yes, that would be awesome. And by the way, if this event taught us anything, is that don't try to be don't practice too
No.
much. Don't try to do too
True.
much ahead of time because
Got to be relaxed going into
you
this.
gotta
Yeah.
just go in with an empty mind with
Yeah.
no expectations.
The zen of bowling.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that
That's
bold?
pretty much. I threw my shoulder out 2 weeks ago bowling at a going away party, and I'm
There you
pretty
go.
sure that hampered. But I did win the duck pin events. I took 2 out of 3 there.
He
So
did. Scotty was throwing a duck pin ball at least 40 miles an hour.
I was winging those bastards.
Wow. You
And
do
that's
like
pretty much how
underhand
they-
whip arm or?
Yeah, that's pretty much how the underhand physics. Like,
Well,
like
you've played 5-pin, right? Is that what it's called up in Canada? 5-pin? Scotty?
I have, yes.
What is 5-pin?
It's 5 pins. It's not.
It makes no sense.
You know what, Mark? Some of these
How
things
do you
are hard.
arrange 5 pins? In
One,
such-
and then where the 2 and the 3 or the 2 and the 3 pin are, and then in the back. So it's basically.
So it's a
V.
home plate? That's 6 pins.
No, it's a V. Stupid. 1, 2, 2.
There's not one in the middle
No.
of the back? That is ridiculous.
And they're on strings, and they have bumpers on them,
What are the strings for?
so they can knock it in.
Because they're marionettes.
Oh, they hang from the top?
Yes.
So how do you know if you hit them?
You hit them,
Because
and
you
they
throw something at
there's
them.
enough slack on the string that they. If,
Yeah, but don't they swing back down?
Huh? No.
We need video.
We will find video of this.
Doesn't make sense.
Next Big Stand
Lyle, have you
Invitational
ever
on
played
PEI.
5-pin?
Pardon me?
Have you played 5-pin?
Yes.
And you know the struggle.
It is harder than it appears.
It's a son of a bitch. It really is.
It is. It is. It actually is. You
And the
think
scoring is up to 15, by the
you
way.
think
What's that
small,
even mean?
the ball. You think the
There-
balls are smaller. It's only
Hold
5
on,
pins.
hold on.
How difficult
Hold on.
can this be?
Amish game.
There's a pin value to all of them. The head pin is 5. The second row
That's
is
the
3.
easiest one.
Yeah, the second row is 3, and then the far ones are 2.
Why is the easiest one worth the most points? That
Because
is
you're
so
not good.
Canadian.
Because you know what? 'Cause I don't know. I'll ask
So
my.
here you go.
Hold on. I'll ask my divorce lawyer.
This was
But
so-
anyway, because if you hit the head pin, odds are you're going to need both balls to hit the other pins. So you get the 5 off the bat, and then you can get a 5 and a 5 and get a 15 count.
Yeah, but if you hit the head pin, isn't most of the time the head pin going to go on the other 2 pins?
Oh, no.
Just knock everything over?
Oh no! If you hit the head pin dead, you just hit it dead.
That's ridiculous.
It is the most weird. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
How big are these balls?
Same as duck pins.
I need a video.
Yeah, go get a video. Find a
Mhm.
video.
Find a
The
video.
5-pin bowling championship in 1985. It was great.
Sorry,
Wow.
we were talking about hockey before we went on this.
Not
So-
necessarily.
So let's get back.
This is
get back here.
disjointed.
So the draft is coming up in 2 days.
Yes.
We already had one, I'd say 4 out of 10 deal with the Umberger and
Yep.
Hartnell trade.
Woo!
Do you see any other deals happening before Friday,
Mhm.
or do you see all of the big meaty stuff happening at the draft?
I want to think that at least one of the main names that are kicking around out there, either Jason Spezza or Ryan Kessler, could be gone leading up to the opening round, simply for the fact that I think that the Canucks and especially the Senators are looking at they want to get themselves either another pick in the case of the Canucks. They may be trying to get themselves an additional first-round pick so that they can then turn around, use their first-round pick, which is 6th overall, packaged with another player or a prospect, and try and see if they can't bring in another player. In the case of the Senators, they don't have a pick in the first round, as they dealt it away last year to Anaheim in the Bobby Ryan trade. So they're looking to get a first-round pick back. So I think that one of those two clubs, could be making a deal for a first-round pick as part of the return leading up to, in the hours leading up to the draft itself.
And that's going to be an interesting situation with everything going on. I mean, what's going to happen with Spezza, Kessler, Milan Mihalik could be a guy that could be out there.
Well, not really as a trade.
You don't think he's going to be trade bait out there?
No, well, he's an unrestricted free agent, so
Well, trade his rights at least, and maybe they'll.
Yeah, they could go that route, but I think there's some other players that could be in play. I mean, Johnny Boychuk's name's been floated around. The Bruins are very limited for cap space.
Yeah.
And they were gonna for every, and can I just say this now, for any Bruins fan that's listening in, you're not going to be able to use Mark Savard as long-term for injured reserve. They'll put him on long-term injured reserve, but they won't be able to use the cap space because the Bruins are going to get tagged for about $4.5 million in bonus overage penalties. $3.7 million of that was tied to Jerome McGinley's contract this past season. So they only have about $3.7 million in cap space. They got to re-sign Riley Smith. They got to re-sign Torrey Krug. They got to get a backup for Tuukka Rask. They may re-sign Matt Bartkowski, though there's talk they might trade him as well. So they're going to have to move somebody.
Did you just hear what I just heard?
What?
What did you
The
hear,
Bruins
Jude?
need a goalie.
Hey! Listen, we talked about this last week. You guys are drunk. You guys are drunk because we talked about this last week, and you asked me for clarification. You asked me for clarification last week. You said, "Does this mean we can drag that meme out?" And I said, "Yes."
He wasn't here,
could.
Lyle.
Wasn't here.
Oh, that's
Sean,
right, Mark.
listen,
You weren't
Sean
here. My
Leahy, he
apologies.
wasn't here
I'm sorry.
last
That's
week.
right, Mark. You weren't here. That you weren't here. I'm sorry. My
Yeah,
apologies.
and I've been through 2 U.S. soccer games since then, and I don't remember.
True.
And
So
I
what's your
can't remember the
excuse,
show
Scotty?
after we get done with it.
Ah, there you go. Okay. So
I don't remember it
immediately
after we
break
get done with it. I write it in a notebook, and that's it. And I wash
Okay.
it away.
But yeah, we might be.
But
Listen,
yes,
I can't
Bruins
remember
can
the
need a
night.
goalie.
Anyway,
Oh, by the way, this is all that's left of my chocolate Stanley Cup. By the way, this is all.
Hey, good work.
Why did you?
Was there any
hold on.
crunchy nougat or anything? Or
No, just solid chocolate.
So you
Wow.
started from the bottom or from the top
Now
down?
you're there.
Well,
Now
of course you do, dude. Of course you do.
No, but no, you're supposed to just start from the bottom and go to the top, right?
Drake did tell us that, Lyle.
Yeah.
If nothing else, Drake did tell us you start from the bottom, now you're her. I don't know what that means. Like, you turn into a transvestite? Like, I don't
Yes,
get that
now you're
part about
her.
it.
Yeah.
Now my whole team's fucking her?
I thought he said hair. It
Now he's
started
hair?
from the bottom. Now I'm air.
Oh.
No, it's
Now he's
Nair.
air?
Nair.
Air.
Now it's Nair.
Man, this is
Mm.
more confusing.
We're gonna
than
have to.
trade
We're gonna have
markets.
to go to the tape for that.
We'll go to the tape.
You did a good job on that solid chocolate Stanley Cup, though.
You were very precise with the cuts.
What?
See, my chocolate Stanley Cup would probably have huge bite marks out of it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the lowest.
I have.
With Louis
You
Suarez.
gotta remember. I have aging teeth, so I don't want to run the risk of biting into them and leaving one or two behind in the chocolate. So I have to.
Plus,
cut
you
it.
don't want an Italian to elbow you in the mouth.
That's right.
No. Oh.
You or me.
Yeah.
You go and take one bite out of that Stanley Cup, and then Johnny comes out of nowhere and elbows you in the face. Weird.
The chocolate Cialini though is fantastic.
Yeah, chocolate Cialini.
Chocolate Cialini. Everybody wants one, yeah.
Doesn't that sounds like something that you would purchase for a friend on some sort of ridiculous holiday and it grows chocolate out of it. It's chocolate Cialini. Oh God! Oh no, we're still good or no? What happened here?
There it is. Oh, it's going crazy.
Oh, we're still good.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No. We're good. We can still hear
the chocolate
everything.
didn't happen.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Uh-oh, what happened? What happened?
Your network connectivity was down. Oh, did we?
We're just gonna have that. We're gonna have one of those things like in The Simpsons where the these. We'll be right back. All right,
we good, Lyle?
All right. It still says we're live. That's fine.
Can you hear us?
Fine.
Stupid
Oh,
monkey.
gee.
Yeah.
Up again.
Yep.
It's like 8 of us.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. What's happening here? All right.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Indifferent.
I think this is
This is a no good boss.
I'm gonna start counting, Lyle,
Okay, start counting.
and you finish.
Well,
One. Oh, this isn't good.
Oh, this is not good at all. Lyle, you still with us?
Oh God.
Lyle? You
what?
Still here? Oh my
What?
God. We've got a delay.
Hey? Hello?
Hi.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
jeez.
Hi,
Oh,
Lyle.
jeez.
Oh no, this is not good.
This is bad.
This is bad. Chocolate Cialini just ruined everything.
Hello?
Hi, we're still.
How did that happen?
Because the network connection buggered off.
Oh God.
God, people.
I mean, we're still on the air. You can see it.
Yeah, we're still
bouncing.
live technically. Mark's trying to figure this
I
whole
can
thing
hear
out.
you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you,
Yeah,
Lyle.
we got you.
We got you, Lyle.
Oh, good.
Okay, we're
Okay.
now all right. We thought we were.
Hey!
just Lyle. He was just messing with us.
We thought we were on the delay. We thought we were under the delay. That's why we were confused.
Okay.
I asked you to
Uh,
count with me. and
Ryan
you-
Callahan, yeah, well, not as expensive as what he'd asked for from the Rangers. Let's face it, the Lightning really didn't have much choice. They didn't want to lose this guy for nothing. So deal could, it's an overpayment. I think, not too badly, but it is an overpayment. A little too long, a little too much money. But, at the end of the day, listen, I think he'll help them out. I mean, he's 29. They'll have him for at least 6 years. Hopefully 6 good years. He brings a good style of play to there and experience and leadership. So I mean, I think at the end of the day it's a decent enough deal for the Lightning.
Full no move clause in the first 4 years, partial in the final 2. So that's a big deal.
Well, that's typical. That's the way a lot of them are going now. So.
Oh Jesus Christ! We're gonna listen. Tool time. What are you doing?
Hold up.
What the hell?
Let me. To this thing. What are you doing right now?
He's drilled.
Just did a little screw in.
Still a little screw in there. All right. Lyle, you still here with us?
So Callahan.
Callahan.
You know what? I think he's
still
really far
here.
behind. Okay.
Yeah, he's a little far behind.
Lyle, count with me. 1,
1,
2, 3.
He's a little behind.
A little behind.
We'll
Yeah,
go
but
back.
look, the headphone amp isn't going to come off now.
That's good.
We put some screws in there.
We'll
I
catch up.
screwed it.
Lyle, if I may, Marty Brodeur is going to be the backup goalie where?
Maybe Pittsburgh. Maybe the Islanders. Not too many destinations for
He
him.
wouldn't have to go very far in
That's true.
the Islanders' case, and I'm pretty sure he's a family man. I've heard that about Brodeur. He's a family man.
Well,
That's
he
very
keeps it
true.
within the family one way or the other. That's for damn sure. But yeah, apparently the big deal is that he was at the Rogers Center today.
I do like how we never get rid of a joke.
No,
It's filed away and remembered forever.
Shane Corson.
Shane Corson, Darcy Tucker. Oh boy. All right, so we have that. Oh, also speaking of that, Brodeur chatting with Tim Lewicki. Tim Lewicki saying that an outdoor game not being in Canada next year is a travesty or something to that effect.
I'm beginning to seriously wonder about Tim Lewicki. He said a lot of things in that interview lately, and the one that stood out for me today was we said, as the Leafs go, so goes the National Hockey League.
No!
To which I immediately responded, then the NHL is doomed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Where are
The NHL, listen, the Maple Leafs may be, they may be the wealthiest franchise. They may make the most money, but I'm telling you, more and more as more years go by here, the NHL doesn't need Toronto. You know what I mean? It really don't. When you see markets like New York, Boston, Chicago, even Los Angeles, when you see these markets doing as well as they are, you see how much the revenue is being. I mean, look, the Canadian dollar dropped by about 10 cents against the American dollar this past season. Okay, revenue jumped to $3.7 billion. It's expected to hit over $4 billion next year. Now, the Canadian market is very important. That goes without saying. They haul in about roughly 35% of league revenue. But when you're seeing dominant teams in markets, as I said, in big markets like, in traditional hockey markets, but also in a market like Los Angeles, all of a sudden it's like what the Leafs do is starting to become irrelevant.
Just by a pure numbers standpoint, and I realize that we're not talking about Toronto in this particular instance, which I'm about to talk about. If it would have been a Montreal-LA final instead of a New York-LA final, do you think there would have been more or less, from a pure numbers standpoint, more or less viewers?
I think it would have been more. Just because here in Canada there's been, it's the 21-year and counting drought for a Stanley Cup winner in this country, so I think it would have been more in that regard.
And I also think, if I may, Lyle, I think Habs Nation spans out across the U.S. much like Leafs Nation. Obviously not in full volume, but I think there's a little bit of smattering here and there where there are Habs fans located across this great U.S. land, as the kids like to say.
And and that would have generated more too. But I mean, the important thing is, you've got to if you've got strong, franchises in New York and in Los Angeles, and again in Chicago, Detroit, Boston, Philadelphia, and on you go. I mean, as I said, the American market still holds sway. And to make such a stupid remark that, oh well, as the Leafs go, so goes the NHL. That's a crock. Okay, maybe if the Leafs can become a strong franchise again and start becoming a perennial cup contender like the Blackhawks and the Kings and the Bruins, yeah, I'll say the Bruins. I think they still deserve to be in that category.
Yeah.
Then okay, maybe Lewicki's comments can carries a bit more weight. But right now, he's out to lunch. That's totally irrelevant. People were laughing at him on Twitter today, and not just from outside Canada or anything like that. In the Toronto media, Leafs fans were mocking him. Leaf bloggers were mocking him, and Leafs bloggers, I think, are probably the most fanatical Leafs fans you'll ever find, and they were mocking this guy. So yeah, I mean, Lewicki's out to lunch, man.
Has the Leafs wallet gotten too big for them to realize that rebuilding is an option?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
There are too many receipts
like
in it.
Rangers.
It's like a Costanza wallet.
That's exactly what it is. it's like what the Rangers used to have like 15 years ago. Like, they were either too proud or too rich to realize that starting from scratch was probably better than going out and buying players. But not that Toronto is going to do that or is about to do that, but I think that the ownership has too much money, salary cap aside, because clearly they can't spend it, but I think they still have too much money to realize that rebuilding might be the best option for the franchise, not necessarily for the bottom line over the next 5 years.
But they do what they do, and this goes all the way back to the bad old days of the Harold Ballard era. At the end of the day, as long as the arena's selling out, long as Leafs fans are buying the merchandise, they don't care.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing is that they're just going to have the money out there.
I was asking Scotty if Tim Lewicki was the Giants pitcher that broke his arm while he was pitching.
We'll have to look that up later.
I don't think so.
I think that was Dave
I
Trebecki.
don't think so.
Dave Trebecki.
That's who it was.
I want to bring up a point here. Did Tim Lewicki talk this much when he was in LA?
No.
Because it almost seems that now that he has this big microphone across Canada and then beyond because of the NHL media, he's just stupid. He's stupider than we gave him credit for. He kept his mouth shut because no one gave a shit in LA in terms of the widespread of news coming out of there.
Well,
but in Toronto, it's vocalized.
He did make some comments. I mean, back during his days there. I mean, he openly challenged. I mean, during the season-killing lockout. I mean, he was at the forefront claiming that pleading poverty, saying all the NHL teams were going broke and blah blah blah, which of course was a crock of shit. But he was among those saying that, and blah de blah. He said a few other things, but it wasn't on this level. And I don't know if he feels that he has to try and sell the Leafs or what it is. If it's a misguided arrogance or what? I don't know what it is. Maybe he's saying these things publicly, maybe to kind of deflect attention away from, some of the piss poor management and coaching decisions that have gone on there in the past couple of years. I'm not sure. But, if he honestly believes half of what he's saying, and if he honestly believes, again, that as Toronto goes, so goes the NHL, well, reality check, dude, because that's not the case.
I don't know, man. He seems a little shady to me. I don't know about this. He seems a little much for me.
Maybe we should race.
Let's go. Let's race it. Let's go. We've got to race.
Sometimes you got to race.
You know what? Bring green hat. All right, go racing.
No, I have 2 hats. Neither of them are green.
No.
I know, that's really odd. I'm surprised considering your outlandish apparel usually with your highlighter shoes. You gonna
but I don't want to run naked through my living or through my neighborhood.
Rebuttal. Fine, I'll do it.
All right.
KFC is still open.
Johnny Arbitrator.
Johnny Arbitrator.
Nudity.
Get Johnny Arbitrator on the case.
Lau, is there anything else that we didn't hit to that you want to hit to before because we're doing a lot of stuff on Friday.
Yeah.
And also on Saturday too, because I'll be there for the second day, and I'm sure there's going to be some stuff going on there.
I just very quickly before I go, guys, I just want to follow up. What's our game plan for Friday? Am I going to jump on here with you when we get a chance?
Absolutely. If we can get a connection in the Wells Fargo Wachovia FU Center, I'm pretty sure that we can get ourselves. We can get you on the thing because I have my high-powered computer, and we'll be able to get things done one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. And the post-draft show on Saturday still to go?
We're doing something on Saturday. We are getting together a cavalcade of stars. Sean Leahy, as he said, as long as he's not behind a white backdrop because we'll lose him. That's his words, not mine.
There you go.
Either way, the bed should have white sheets, right?
That's true.
So he'll be
and if Rachel Lewis is there, it's just going to be a whiteout.
Jesus Christ.
Easy, Mar. Easy.
Really?
And it's going to be a whiteout.
But
We
anyway,
won't be able to see either.
It's going to be like Winnipeg's Jacks circa
It'll
1995.
just be shirts everywhere, all over the bed.
just
Saturday,
a bunch of disembodied voices. Yeah.
Lyle, let's try to go for around 3:30-ish Eastern time. If
Sure, that works. It's 4:30ish mine. That works.
If stuff were to change, we will get a hold of you, and it'll be all over the Twitters and
No,
Facebook.
I'll be there. Hopefully you guys be. Yeah. Hopefully you'll be able to fit me in the show if you if
Oh,
you know,
please,
if
Lyle.
the parade of star guests turns out to be tremendous. Yeah.
Lyle, you
Lyle
are the
is the
show, and
show.
considering the fact that we have nothing else on our table except draft stuff and Sean Leahy, then I'm pretty sure that we're going to be on. We can only do so much with Sean Leahy before we just get to Penguins, huh? What the hell? Go. So Penguins, go. I don't know.
To the Penguin Mobile.
Danny DeVito shows up. Danny DeVito shows up in the Penguin outfit doing his character from It's Not Sunny.
Wait, if we could get him bowling next year, that'd be great.
Bowling.
There you go.
You know what? Here's the opportunity I missed, and I should have checked this on the internet because Katy Perry has been in D.C. recently. We should have got Katy Perry
Yeah, we should have.
and got at those birthday balloons out there.
Yeah.
Meaning
She's talking about the boobs. You know,
Yeah.
I don't
Her
know if you guys-
birthday
I don't know if you guys-
balloons? What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
her titties.
Yeah, she's talking about bringing out the big balloons. She's talking about,
Yeah. Maybe next year I'll put up maybe something on PayPal or Kickstarter. Like send Lyle to the draft. Send Lyle to the 2015 draft. And
For all the people that ask for donations for stupid shit, this
Yeah.
would have been worth it.
yeah,
Lyle,
well, God,
you know what the best nation in the world is, Lyle?
Ford Nation? No, I'm sorry.
No, donation. That's
There
the
you go.
best nation in the world, Donation.
Donation. Yes.
I think that's how we had to do it. Yeah, if we kickstart our heart and then do it that way.
Yeah.
your heart.
Yeah.
Kicked
We could have definitely
Could have got a Katy Perry. Fuck. Why didn't we do that?
Yeah.
Oh well. One of these days.
We would have had fireworks
And
at the end. of
here's
this.
the thing. I was pissed off because I know Haley Williams of Paramore. One of my favorite crushes is a big bowler. So we could have gotten her, but she's like in Toronto tonight. So that would
I'll bring you a cardboard cutout of Katy Perry. How's that?
That'd be
We'll find
great,
one.
Lyle.
Bring you a
Here's the
cardboard
thing. You
cutout.
have to. It has to be 3D, or else
Oh.
it doesn't make sense.
Oh well, we'll do something.
All right, 3D, and that'd be fun. Anything else that we did not get to, Lyle, that you wanted to talk about?
Actually, we covered it all, dudes. We got it
Beautiful.
all. So
Wow,
Well,
that's amazing.
in between all the bowling, we actually got
all
into
the
hockey,
crazy bullshit about bowling and stuff like that.
which was actually very entertaining to
Dude,
listen.
I honestly,
And I made me wish all the more I was there. But
yeah,
anyway.
you were missed, Lyle. Trust me.
Oh God, I would have loved to have been there,
A
man.
second and third and possibly even fourth annual.
Fourth annual.
The 4th annual, and I will bring my glass.
Here's the thing. This tournament's going to outlive Big Stan himself. Not really, because
I don't know.
It's the funny thing is we were talking about this when we were walking to the bowling alley. It's just like this is the way Big Stan would have wanted it. We're like, he's not dead. Why?
This tournament is going to go on until Big Stan finds out about it. Then he's going to come personally shut it down.
Yeah,
He's
it's like,
gonna be so angry.
hey, did you see what I posted on Facebook? I posted on Facebook a picture of Big Stan. It's the Big Stan Has a Posse logo that I have for him.
Mhm.
And one of my friends is just like, I hope that's on a T-shirt for the bowling thing. I'm like, no, we couldn't get the likeness rights down. We couldn't get a contract on the likeness rights. Stan wanted too much for his likeness to be on a goddamn T-shirt. That son of a gun. He bought a Ford Focus for $10,000 fully loaded
Ah,
because
good
he's
for
that
him.
good of a man.
That's good.
And then he drove it for 1,500 miles and then got full resale value on it. He's a son of a bitch when
What
it
a
comes to
man.
that. He is a mighty good man. Salt and Pepper sang about him, I think.
I think so.
There you go. They had him in mind.
He actually can chase waterfalls.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
TLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Sure.
But he also is a survivor too.
Oh.
Destiny's
Oh.
Child.
Yeah.
All right,
Wow.
quick, more black
He's
multi-groups.
He's not a scrub.
No.
TLC again. He doubled up.
He
no,
doubled up on TLC.
It doesn't matter. He can holler out the side of his window at him, and they're going to say okay. Out the side
You know
of
what?
his best friend's truck.
He has done that.
Yeah.
He has done
Yeah.
that. He did look for PG County.
He hollered at the side of his best friend's ride, and they were like, "Yeah,
It was a work
That
ride.
sounds
Does it
good.
count? It's a work vehicle.
Yeah.
Does it count?
this is his best friend."
Terrible.
So no
It was
scrubs.
good. It was good.
It was a
my,
fun time.
my mom actually called from Philly. She's checking out the hotel for us.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny's mom's do.
Yeah.
And I'm actually really pissed about it because when we were in duck pin, she could have taught me how to throw it faster.
Yeah.
Because she's a Hall of Fame softball coach.
She is.
So I would have known how to wheel that thing at 80 and then knock all those bastards down.
Yeah. So she definitely she told us that the the hotel in Philly has a bar.
What are you doing, Mark?
I don't know. I got hair sticking out.
Are you trying to tell me something first? I'm like, is my hair sticking up? Is that why he's doing that?
Easy, alfalfa.
I have hair sticking out from
Stop bragging.
headphones.
It's not about the size of your hair.
All right, fair enough. It's a mohawk.
Listen. Reverse Brian Setzer enough with your fake pompadour. That
Yeah,
is- that
you
is
have
actually
to
really
wear
weird.
that to Frank's
Yeah,
den
Frank's
like
den
that.
and just get beat up.
Sounds good. All right, sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Lyle, yeah, Lyle, Saturday we'll do this. Or
Today-
Friday,
And hopefully
Friday night we'll
Lyle,
do this. as
Friday
well.
Night Live, I will be
Well,
here.
I will say that if next year this does occur, that you are, for some way, shape, or form, still in PEI while we're holding the Big Stand Invitational,
Pretty sure it's gonna be PI.
you need to go to the local bowling alley,
Ooh.
and you need to
Yes.
bowl as many games as we have,
Actually, yeah, that's doable.
and then send your video on to the Face Off Hockey Show.
Yes.
Awesome.
And we can match it up. It's just like, okay, how much did Lyle actually bowl? And here's the score.
Here's the-
Okay,
here's
we'll
the
match
thing.
them all up.
Here's the thing: we can do a Google Hangout,
We could,
but
Yes.
we can't do it live. We just do
but
a
it can
Hangout.
only be 9 hours.
Yeah, that could.
That's
Yeah,
true.
okay.
Wait, we did 9:30 to 6:30. That's 9 hours, right? Math.
There's
Hashtag
so
math.
much
Hold on,
content.
we've done so
Wow.
much math today. I don't want to.
You realize
do
that we
anymore.
wouldn't have to do shows for like another 4 weeks if we did that much.
If we did
4.5 weeks. 3.5
9
weeks.
hours of YouTube video.
3.5 weeks.
Sounds good.
I like it. All right, Lyle. We'll
Yeah,
talk
we'll
to you.
figure it out.
We'll talk to you Friday about the whole thing. Should be an exciting draft situation, especially with the.
For the first 4 picks.
Yeah, exactly, and then it's just all downhill from there.
Yeah.
We'll go from there. Hopefully, there's a lot of trades, and we can go from there. But Lyle, thanks again for joining us. Wish you were here, but I would send you a postcard with a hot chick on it that said "Wish you were her," and it'd be a big gag, and everyone would laugh.
Everyone. will laugh.
But Lyle, we'll talk to you on Friday night, sir, and be
I'm
well.
glad that I'm glad you got your.
Yes.
Yes.
Plug.
Yes.
That would have been really piss poor if you.
Perfect. Perfect.
You were like, "You guys
Perfect
got
timing.
glasses?"
Yeah.
Been like, son of a bitch. No, perfect timing.
Excellent. Alrighty, boss.
Talk to you Friday, guys.
Talk to you Friday night. There he
See you, Lyle.
goes.
See you,
Lyle
Lyle.
Richardson. HockeyNews.com, SpectorsHockey.net, and BleacherReport.com. He's
My
gone.
hand is moving fast.
He's gone. Yeah, it's really fast. It's like you can't even see it.
Is that Fast and Furious?
All right, I'm done.
It was at the end. It was both
Yeah.
Fast
Yeah,
and Furious.
exactly. All right, guys. Shoutouts, Jenny P.
I'm gonna shout out to the day. Today was fantastic. It was everything that I thought it would be and more. We ended the night with closers. Mark decided to get an extra side.
Mhm.
He wasn't feeling the full effect of the closer. I
Zucchini
was.
sticks.
I was.
It was healthy.
It was a lot though. It was a lot of food.
Healthy.
To be fair, he also just had a salad for lunch, too.
It's true. It's true.
Not as filling as the
Um,
sub. No bread.
I had no bread.
So yeah, shout out to today being fantastic. What else? I have a shout out to the World Cup. The World Cup's been great. Great. It's almost too bad I can't DVR like 200 hours of video or something, and then I could just watch the World Cup over again for like months at a time.
Mhm.
That'd be fantastic.
Just do the highlight shows.
Yeah, I could do that.
The 30-minute recap
I
shows.
could do
Where's the
that.
fun in that?
I could do that.
Sure.
I could, and I'm going to give a shout out to Italian
Yeah.
tonight.
Just in general.
It's what's for dinner.
That's true.
It's true.
Everybody loves some good Italian shoulder blade. But outside of that, Luis Suarez. There's a song actually about Luis Suarez.
Is there?
It talks about him being a diving sea.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking
It's-
about Maneater.
Oh, Luis Suarez.
That's also another one.
You are a diving sea. No, that's a completely different one. It's not.
No Hall & Oates?
Wait until this. Wait until this EPL season when somebody starts chanting "man-eater" during the game.
How did you miss them Thursday night?
What?
At
Man-
work?
Yeah.
Hall &
I'm
Oates.
done
I
with
know.
my shout-outs, but we need to really talk
Yeah,
about
we need
this.
to talk about.
We need to
didn't get,
talk about
We didn't
this.
get to your concert on Wednesday night and how you missed Hall & Oates, and then
I know.
Greece the next night.
And
We
Pixar
heard
the
it.
next
Hold on.
night.
We heard
And
enough.
Ben Folds is here tonight.
We heard enough Grease throughout today.
Yeah, that is true. The medley was twice, and it was the last two bowling alleys too, I think.
We had a good time at John Butler Trio.
Nice.
But
How is Wolf Trap as a venue?
Oh, love it, love
Yeah.
it. You can bring your own cooler.
Nice.
You can bring your own blanket. You can bring they as long as they look in the cooler and they're like, "Yep, that's cool," which they pretty much say to everything.
That's a cooler. That's cool.
Yeah, that's
yes,
cool.
yes,
Yep,
scientist.
that is chilled. You're allowed in. It's fantastic.
Do they have like
Great
a
acoustics,
Do they have
great
like
acoustics.
a limit? Like they look in there
I
to
don't
make sure
think
you're
so.
not
I'm
bringing in
pretty
like a 30 pack.
I think they're
Like-
no limit shoulders. They're
Yeah.
Master P.
I'm pretty sure that there's no limit. I saw 3 people with like
Kegs?
2 or 3 12. I don't. Well, you see, here's the caveat: is it has to fit into a cooler.
Yeah, but honestly, you don't think that they're like kegerators on wheels?
That's true.
You could probably put a refrigerator on wheels and bring it in.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't know.
put it on dry ice.
Rules are rules.
Put it on dry ice. It stays cold
Yeah.
for a long time. It's gonna look like a fog machine. at
Just
some
let's go to
point.
McDivitt and get some dry ice
Right.
and then do it from there.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think we do it. Yeah. But yes, we checked the schedule for the rest of the year, and nothing is good. So Diana Ross is the end of July.
So everything will hit in 1 week.
Yeah, everything was 1 week.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But a good show nonetheless.
Great
Hall and
show.
Oates is coming to Pier 6 in September, though.
Well, then go.
We
We gotta go.
I mean, we can go. It's a Tuesday night.
John Hall or Brett Hall and Adam Oates.
Yes.
Yes.
It's amazing. They're gonna be setting
Obviously, it's just gonna be
It's gonna be
it's just
one-timer
gonna be
fest.
Adam Oates setting up one-timers and Brett Hall shooting pucks at people into the stands.
I would pay $20 to see that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
remember when my dad was good too?
the best seats are the lawn seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because you don't get hit with as many pucks.
Or by the time they get there, they're not going that fast.
Right.
That's true. It's decreased.
Mhm.
You're not gonna be a Columbus anyway.
Or the front row because you know chances are he's not gonna be able to hit you there.
But if he shanks one.
Yeah, that's gonna be the tough part.
Yeah.
But other shout outs, sir? Marco this week.
I'm gonna give a shout out to carbonated water.
Woo!
Yep, and high fructose corn syrup.
Nice.
That is the worst
Here's the
part.
thing.
That is
Here's
the
the thing.
worst kind of corn syrup.
Don't
It is
miss
the
the
worst,
best part
right?
about that.
Concentrated orange juice.
No.
Citric acid.
No.
It's natural flavors.
You son of a bitch.
Is it sodium benzoate?
I'm gonna fucking bite you like a goddamn
You're
striker.
going-
I know what it is. It's potassium citrate.
Fucking hit you with a microphone.
Caffeine. I mean, the
There's caffeine. Hold on. There's
we
caffeine.
we wouldn't be
Wait,
here.
hold on.
We
There's
wouldn't be
caffeine
here
in
without
Mellow
caffeine.
Yellow.
It's yellow 5.
Getting closer. Getting closer.
Yeah. Carabine gum.
That doesn't even make sense. That's
I
not a
know. I don't
thing.
know what that
Yeah.
is. It's EDTA, isn't it? To protect the taste.
Yes.
High five on EDTA. Atta kid.
EDTA.
EDTA to protect the taste. That's my shout out to EDTA. And I don't know what day it is.
Did you just go through
Wednesday.
every ingredient
That was
on the Mellow Yellow?
But did you know that Mellow Yellow is low sodium?
Well, thank God for that.
That's good.
Not,
That's good.
no salt to fucking stop that caffeine.
So not only do they give you caffeine, but they also don't want to like let you keep the hydration in by adding salt.
Not at all.
Yeah. If you want more information, you should
Uh-huh.
call 1-800-438-2653.
By the way, that could have been the highlight of the day. The big stand is the Mellow Yellow favorite one of our tweets.
Yeah, Mellow Yellow. We had Mellow Yellow at lunch today at the Subway in Severna Park, I believe.
I think it's
And,
technically Arnold.
Okay.
Hey Arnold!
No,
Get to the subway.
the Subway. There was Mellow Yellow with the Subway.
Yeah, I'll improve.
I like that. No, I like it.
There was Mellow Yellow at the Subway, and Mellow Yellow. We
Are there
tagged-
points of time where somebody goes to the Subway in Arnold and is like, "I'll be back"?
I'm sure every day. I'm sure every day. I would hope.
I think
would
that's
hope
everywhere on Arnold. That's not just the subway.
Yeah.
It's like the pools and spa place where they had that big swan inflatable raft outside.
I would hope it happens every day. That's about it. Shout out to the United States.
That's about it.
Shout out to the United States. Shout out to the draft coming up. Shout out to Philadelphia. Shout out to I'm sure we're gonna do this again afterwards, but
Shout out to all the people we're gonna hang out with like we usually
Yeah.
do in Philly. Sorry, I'm stepping on your shout outs.
that's cool.
Just trying to give you
All the
like a little-
people
it's a
that'll
little
be at the
overlap.
party
It's a
that
little overlap.
we have to talk to.
it's the bleed over.
Shout out to all our homies that couldn't be here.
It's a concrete floor.
It's empty.
Just pour some out.
It's
I
a-
don't give a shit.
First off, it's a concrete floor. Second off, that's nectar of the gods you're spilling, you son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
I mean, all this is really going to do is grow more Mellow Yellow in my basement,
It's
right?
true. It's true. That's what the EDTA is for.
That's what I thought, right? So like I'm gonna come down tomorrow and there's gonna be like a keg of Mellow Yellow down here.
Yes. And we could take it to Wolf Trap.
True. Definitely. If we put it on dry ice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's my
Tremendous. All right. Shout out to Mr. Mike Steakhouse Casual. As always, they treated me well Friday night. I like those guys. I wear that all day, every day.
I completely forgot you were wearing that all day.
Shout out to these guys for putting up with the Big Stand Invitational. No, you two, right? You
It's
guys.
just a black curtain.
The guys that Sean Leahy can't tell apart. And because
You know how funny it would have been if we tied though? Like
Yeah.
for us, like that would have been hilarious.
I still think there's some controversy
all right,
There's still
why?
some controversy.
Why?
because of the gutter balls that popped out and hit the pins. They
Yeah.
should have been gutter balls.
Yeah, but at the time you were fine with it.
Yeah, that's true because you had a couple pop out and hit the
Hey.
pins. What?
That's
Hey,
beside
hey,
the
hey,
point.
hey,
We're
hey,
not
hey,
talking
hey.
about that right
Hey,
now.
hey.
You had a rogue ball pop out.
We're not going to talk about what popped out and hit pins.
That's true. That's true. Shout out to all the people we're gonna meet or hang out with.
We
in
did have
Philly.
that rogue pin though that tried to join us. At
That
one
is
point.
true. At the end of the first one. Take me with you. Take me with you. I don't want to go.
How awesome would it have been if we could have taken a pin?
I almost stole a ball in Crofton because that was the best thing
That
I
was
had
the
all
best
day.
ball that you had all day.
We could have taken anything we wanted to.
We really
from
could have.
that like 7th place that
Yeah,
we went. Where there was
exactly, yeah.
no one there.
That's true. We're like the entire other half was all dark.
Don't be racist.
I mean the lights
You
were
son of a
off.
bitch.
The lights were off. They were watching Switzerland play over
That's
there.
true. That was the 6th place we went to.
Whatever.
Hold on a
They,
minute.
they all
Anyway.
run together.
Yeah, exactly. At the end, they all run together. Shout out to Big Stan for him and his honor.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations,
Big Stan.
Stan, for having no involvement in this whatsoever.
I mean, really, Stan won.
Yeah, he really
Yes,
won.
Stan definitely won.
You know
today.
why? Because he didn't have to put any work and he gets all the recognition.
Yeah.
That's a smart man.
I'm actually surprised he didn't just show up at the last bowling alley and berate us.
You know,
Right. Like he shows up like, God damn it, like I wouldn't have known this was happening. It's got my name on it.
Only 1,000 pins? How dare you?
I'm actually happy that we broke the 1,000 pin
that's true. That was
barrier.
a good work,
As a
gentlemen.
group, we broke the we almost broke the 3,000 pin barrier.
I was just happy to be there. Just happy to be there.
We
Almost there.
gave you the opportunity of using the 200-point swing,
But again,
you did not
gentlemen,
want to.
gentlemen game.
Yeah, you didn't want to.
Gentleman game.
You didn't want to use the 200-point swing.
Anyone who wants to hang out with us in Philly or at least come on the show for Saturday, don't. Try to just shake his head. Don't worry about it. It's not happening.
You can take my spot. I won't be there.
At Scotty Waz, at Face Off HCKY Show, at Pitts Lives, at Johnny P99, and then we'll figure it out how you can get to our hotel room.
I got a new follower today out of the Big Stand Invitational.
I got 2 of them, and if you're hot, you can stay in the room later. I'm lying. That's not gonna happen.
I have an extra spot on the other end of my bed, unless
That's
Rachel's going to be there because I've slept with her before.
That's true. I'm not even gonna comment on that one.
Ken won't even be there to
To
watch.
watch. But we will put out a chair just in case.
Just to get the ceremonial. That's what we should do for next Big Stand Invitational. The ceremonial Ken Chambers patio chair.
The Ken Chambers empty chair. The ceremonial Ken Chambers.
Oh, God.
That's what we should win.
Chair.
That should be the championship. Is the ceremonial Ken Chambers chair.
And you get to take it from house to house. Whoever wins gets to put it in their house
That's great.
for the next year.
That's fantastic.
Oh God, this is great.
The ceremonial Ken Chambers lawn chair.
Amazing.
It has to be like a beach chair too.
It has to be something that can fold up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it has to be like one of those camping chairs.
Yeah.
It has to be
upstairs.
portable.
Yeah.
Because really, when are you ever gonna know when a time is gonna come up where you need to pop open a chair and just sit and watch something?
You need to pop open what?
Pop open a chair.
Pop open a chair.
Hold on,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
I-
Was it one of the pop open chairs or one of those basic white chairs with the things? And he's just.
Well, we
No,
can't.
no,
it
I'm
would be
pretty certain it was
completely
a lawn
impractical,
chair.
right?
I mean, I thought that it was one of those beach chairs that like popped out.
And it would be impractical not to make this a portable chair.
Well, here's the thing.
Because you never know when you're going to
No,
come across.
Yes,
people that
because
are having
9
sex
bowling
in the
alleys in a
woods.
county in one day is practical.
There's not a
You made it
chance.
happen.
First of all, there's not a chance that Ken Chambers picked up a chair that wasn't foldable and moved it into a spot where.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is very true.
Damn it!
All right, that's it.
Where's free samples when you need them?
I'm sure he's in some Ugandan jungle. I don't know if they have jungles there. I'm gonna be like Delta Airlines and just completely screw up things. And just say,
I shout out to Uzbekistan real
Yeah.
quick for the referee tomorrow for the USA Germany game.
Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
all right, guys. We're gonna go to Frank's Den now, so have fun. For Johnny P. Mark with a C, I'm Scotty Watts. Take care of yourself and someone else. It's been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com, which is also our Tumblr. Check us out on the Facebook at FOHS Radio, at the Twitter at FaceOffHCKY Show, and Friday and Saturday.
We still made it an hour and 45 minutes.
I love it. I love it. We're going to do a lot of content Friday. We're going to do a lot of content Saturday, so check us out and enjoy it, guys. We'll see you.
Those are two of my best stands. Two of my favorite stands.
Yeah?
Yeah. Big stand in Uzbekistan.
Beautiful. Love it. We're going to go out on that note, high note. See you guys on Friday. Peace!